Hello and welcome to this special streaming from the Tribune Network. I'm Rohit Bhan. Incident where the BJP legislator from Abohar, he was thrashed by allegedly supporters of the farmers' union. Some farmer supporters would thrashed him. He was stripped and he was brutally assaulted. This was not the first time that BJP leaders were preventing from or holding an event or a press conference. There is growing anger over the farmers, over the three farm laws introduced by the center. The farmers have been protesting against this, but these attacks, are multiplying fears of some kind of a fear that there could be a polarized atmosphere it could create with the elections around the corner. I'm joined by my colleague Rajmeet Singh from the Punjab Bureau. Rajmeet, first tell us what are the steps taken by the Punjab government over these repeated attacks?
Good evening, Rohit. First of all, after this incident happened, there was instructions issued by the Chief Minister, who also holds the Home Department, to all the DCs to ensure the security of the BJP leaders who are out to, for the political events or whatever. Right. So that is here. You must have seen today in Jalandhar, there was a press conference by a BJP leader. The police bandobast was, very tight. So that part the government is doing, but more importantly, worrying thing is, what is happening is, you must recall during the farmers' agitation, what happened at the Delhi border. The farmers, were branded as Khalistanis, then they were branded as, communists, they were branded as, different, and there was resistance from the BJP leaders. There were stone pelting incidents. So what happened? So there is somewhere some attempt to scale up the tension between the farmers and the minority community.
Right.
So some polarization color is certainly taking place with the elections just 10 months away. So it's a very worrying situation for all of us.
Right. As you mentioned, Rajmeet, the attempt to polarize the situation. And now, what is the government view on this? I mean, does the government believe that there's some kind of a design behind this, or it is just the outpouring of anger amongst the farmers that is resulting in this? And what is the government doing about it?
So, government as such has totally refused any hand. The Chief Minister has issued statement that no congressman is involved in it. We are not doing it because of the record they tell ki by such incidents it's the Congress which is which faces the the fury of that, like the BJP is blaming the Congress. It has helped the farmers scale up the agitation. It has stood with the farmers. And with the elections just 10 months away, the Congress party would not like to afford any such thing which would spoil its I would say political narrative.
Right.
So that part the Congress has totally denied that it's our part. Right. The thing is the agitation between the anger among the farmers is going. There is no dialogue going on in Delhi. So the anger is certainly building up. But somehow I feel that BJP leaders entering into press conference or going into offering a resistance to the farmers' agitation at this juncture, that too in Punjab, where the situation is already boiling, raises a lot of questions.
Also, do you believe that there could be some sort of a vested interest also in coming into play? That elections are just some months away.
Yeah.
So by by creating trouble over these incidents, it could definitely have a political. It could definitely have a political color to it. So do you think there could be some vested interest also at play?
So one thing I would point out, like when such an incident happened, that a very sad incident happened. The MLA was attacked. His clothes were torn off. What that resulted in is fear psychosis among the minority community in Punjab. Right. Who would like to do it? The question we should all look for is who is trying to threaten or make the minority community in Punjab insecure at this juncture. Who is going to benefit from it in light of the coming elections?
Right.
So the entire political drama, I would say, is happening. There is something going on to create a sort of unrest, against. So there is some nefarious angle is certainly there.
And also, don't you think it's time for all political parties to come together to ensure that such polarization attempts don't occur. That the attempts, these incidents like the assault and also subsequent politics over it, those attempts should be prevented to ensure that the peace, general peace that is currently prevailing in the state is not disturbed.
Rohit, I will again take you back to Singhu border or the
Right.
Delhi borders. There was an attempt by the central government to polarize the issue at the
Right.
border.
Right.
So then episode happened. Then the Kath enter. Then what happened? There was an attempt, a failed attempt, futile attempt to polarize it.
Right.
Label is a terrorist and a communist or whatever it is. Now you see that same thing happening. Trying to engineer the same thing in Punjab now.
Right.
So far the farmers have remained in apolitical. They are not allowing the political parties. But for the sake of Punjab, because it's a border state, the chief minister has repeatedly pointed out that any law and order situation is dangerous for Punjab. Any such skilling of such a situation in Punjab leads to action from across the border. They try to disturb the peace in the Punjab. So the political parties need to understand, this polarization is going to damage Punjab as such, be it industry, be it economy. Then the COVID is already there, farmer crisis is already there. So how are you going to recover from this? As a Punjabi, as a common man, we must understand what is happening.
So as you mentioned, Rajmeet, I mean, it's not in anyone's favor. And what has been the stand of the farmers' unions? I understand they have criticized this assault on the MLA. They have issued statements. That's what I understand,
Yes.
Rajmeet.
So yeah, they have criticized, but they have anger against. See, they have anger against BJP.
Right.
When an MLA, BJP MLA comes across them, there is argument. This is not the first incident. When this is the first incident. The MLA has been assaulted, but they have broken the window panes of the Punjab president. Was also, his vehicle was damaged earlier.
Right.
3-4 incidents have already happened in Punjab, and the anger in the farmers against the central government, against the BJP, is certainly there, and no effort has been made to scale down the concern of the farmer. Right. So that is the major issue.
Okay. But as far as the government is concerned, they are proactively looking at these attacks, and that's perhaps why this order was issued by the chief minister.
Yeah, there is certainly a scaled security of you today see in Jalandhar. There's so much of security. One of the BJP leader was in Delhi in Jalandhar to address a press conference. So you see the amount of security. Right. Certainly the security is there because the BJP has been demanding a president rule in Punjab.
Right.
So basically they are trying. They say there's a laundered situation. The people are being attacked. Certainly attacking an MLA is a very embarrassing and bad situation, I would say. But thing is, the forces working behind the entire scenario need to be exposed.
Right.
Who all is doing this?
Right.
After all, it's a piece of Punjab.
That's right. Well, thank you so much, Rajmeet. As Rajmeet mentioned, quite a serious situation, and we need to ensure that all political parties come together to ensure that such, those Western interests, those forces who will try to capitalize on this situation, they need to be unchecked, and that's why Captain Amrinder Singh has also issued orders to the state top brass, to police brass, asking them to take strict action when it came to such incidents, and also ensure adequate security setup for the events which are attended by the Punjab BJP leaders. We'll keep on providing you all the news and updates on not just the farmers' agitation, but also other issues with regards to the farmers' agitation. You can log on to our website, tribuneindia.com for further information. You can also follow us on our other social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Meanwhile, thanks for watching.